Pregnancy is a miraculous and complex journey. It is a period when a woman's body must go through enormous changes physically, mentally, and emotionally. From the very first days when a new life begins to form inside the womb, every organ and every system in the body has to adapt and transform in order to create a safe environment with enough nutrients and the best possible protection for the baby. Many women only realize they are pregnant when the test shows 2 lines, but in fact their bodies have already started to change silently, long before to prepare for the 9 magical months ahead. It can be said that every single day of pregnancy is a journey of transformation, of resilience, and of the unconditional love that a mother's body gives to her child. Right from the early days after the fertilized egg implants into the uterus, the mother's immune system already undergoes a very special adjustment. Normally, the immune system works tirelessly to defend the body against bacteria, viruses, and anything considered foreign. But the fertilized egg carries half of its genes from the father, which means the mother's body could easily identify it as an invader. However, instead of attacking, the immune system shifts to accept and protect the fetus. This is an extremely delicate balance. Certain immune cells act as guardians shielding the fetus, while at the same time, a special mucus plug forms at the cervix to prevent bacteria and harmful agents from entering. This protective plug will stay in place throughout the pregnancy until labor begins. During the first weeks, the hormone HCG rises rapidly. This is also the main reason behind morning sickness. Many people think morning sickness only happens in the morning, but in reality, the nausea and discomfort can strike at any time of the day. Some women experience only mild fatigue, while others can hardly eat or drink because of constant nausea. This condition clearly affects daily life and work. However, morning sickness is also a sign that pregnancy hormones are working effectively to sustain the baby's development. Finding ways to eat small meals, avoiding greasy food, and drinking enough water can help ease these uncomfortable feelings. At the same time, the uterus, which was originally very small, begins to expand gradually to make space for the baby. Hormones like progesterone and relaxin are released to help ligaments. Muscles and tissues become softer and more flexible. Thanks to this, the uterus can stretch without damage. But these hormones also affect other parts of the body. For example, the digestive system becomes slower, causing constipation. Meanwhile, the valve between the stomach and esophagus loosens, making it easier for acid to flow back and create the burning sensation known as heartburn. These symptoms are common and experienced by almost every pregnant woman. Even though they are uncomfortable, they are necessary adjustments that allow pregnancy to continue smoothly. As the baby grows larger, the uterus pushes against the diaphragm, reducing the ability to take deep breaths. Many women feel out of breath or short of breath even when doing simple things like walking or climbing stairs. But interestingly, progesterone helps the body adjust by stimulating breathing and making the mother's breaths faster. This ensures that both mother and baby still receive enough oxygen despite the limited lung capacity. Sometimes the feeling of shortness of breath worries mothers, but in fact, it is a normal and expected part of pregnancy. Along with breathing, the circulatory system also changes dramatically. To meet the needs of both mother and child, the amount of blood in the body can increase by more than 50% during the final stage of pregnancy. The kidneys retain more water and salt while stimulating the production of red blood cells. However, the speed of red blood cell creation does not keep up with the increase in blood volume, which makes the blood more diluted and raises the risk of anemia. If the diet lacks iron, this explains why doctors always recommend iron and folic acid supplements. The mother's heart also has to work harder. Heart rate rises to pump blood throughout the body and to the placenta. This sometimes makes mothers feel palpitations, fatigue, or even anxiety. But this is a natural and necessary process. As the uterus keeps growing, it also presses on the inferior vena cava, the main vein that carries blood back to the heart from the lower body. This compression makes blood circulation more difficult and leads to swelling in the legs and feet. Many women notice that their shoes feel tighter at the end of the day. Sitting or standing for too long worsens the situation. That is why doctors advise pregnant women to rest. Elevate their legs while lying down and do light exercise to reduce the pressure. This is one of the most familiar experiences of pregnancy that almost every mother remembers clearly. Beyond the physical changes, pregnancy also strongly affects emotions and the psychology of the mother. Hormones do not only act on the body, but also on the brain. Many MRI studies have discovered changes in brain structure and function after pregnancy. These changes seem to make mothers more sensitive to the emotions and facial expressions of their babies, and more responsive to their needs. This is a form of biological adaptation that improves caregiving skills. At the same time, many women feel a deeper bond with their child even before birth. This connection is something very special that science is only beginning to fully explain. However, not all pregnancies are the same. Some women go through 9 months smoothly with very few symptoms, while others struggle with serious complications such as gestational diabetes, hypertension, or preeclampsia. Genetics, overall health, diet, living environment, and psychological factors all contribute to these differences. Even the same woman can have 2 pregnancies that are completely different. This shows how versatile and complex the human body is, and highlights the importance of personalized medical care rather than a one-size-fits-all approach. As the due date approaches, the body starts to change in the opposite direction. The fetus drops lower into the pelvis, reducing the pressure on the lungs and making breathing easier. Excess fluid decreases when the water breaks. After birth, the uterus gradually shrinks back to nearly its original size within weeks. However, pregnancy leaves lasting marks, not only in appearance, but also in memory, emotions, and even biological structures. For many women, the experience of pregnancy and childbirth becomes the most important turning point in their lives. Pregnancy is not only about nurturing a new life, but also about a journey where the mother learns resilience, learns to listen to her body, and learns to love herself more. Symptoms such as back pain, swelling feet, fatigue, or mood swings sometimes make mothers feel weak. But when they understand that everything has a purpose, these experiences become proof of the body's extraordinary strength and adaptability. Every kick from the baby is a reminder that this journey is worth it, and that love is growing stronger day by day. Today, science pays much more attention to the health of pregnant women, not only focusing on the fetus as before. More research helps us understand the changes in the immune system, cardiovascular system, respiratory system, digestive system, and nervous system during pregnancy. From there, we can provide better healthcare recommendations and ensure safety for both mother and child. At the same time, each woman should listen to her own body and share concerns with doctors or midwives, because no video or article can replace personal medical advice. Understanding your own body helps mothers feel more confident, calmer, and have a more positive pregnancy experience. Pregnancy is a combination of science and miracle, of fragility and strength. It is proof that the human body can accomplish the most extraordinary things. This journey not only creates a new life, but also transforms the mother herself, from physical changes to emotional growth, from the way she sees herself to the way she perceives the world. And it is exactly this transformation that makes motherhood sacred and worthy of deep respect. If you find this content meaningful and helpful, please like this video to support it. Share it so that more people can access this information. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or your own pregnancy experience, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow upcoming content about health, science, and the miraculous journey of life.